Good morning. Here's your U.S. news briefing for Saturday, August 15th. South Korea proposes talks to officially end war with North. Lee Jae-myung offers chance to end the conflict, which has been frozen since an armistice in 1953. $200,000 worth of supplies donated to PB schools. Temporary ban on disposable BBQs as military deploy to help battle wildfires. Single-use grills pose a significant risk to the public in current drought and heatwave conditions, the government warns. Talks to sell PayPal to Stripe and Advent are heating up. PayPal is still reportedly negotiating a potential sale to Stripe and private equity firm Advent, as the fintech firm's new CEO attempts to turn the company around. Clark Bucher's clash lives up to hype in Fever win. Caitlin Clark and Paige Buchers went blow for blow with dueling 29-point performances Friday night, with Clark's Fever coming out on top 98-87 against Bucher's short-handed wings. Urša Menart recalls finding inspiration on influencers' fake tragic life stories for intimate dramedy, Everything That's Wrong With You. Right before the COVID-19 pandemic shut down the world, Slovenian director Urša Menart came across a curious phenomenon on the internet: young people, mostly women, making up tragic life stories to gather the increasingly sparse attention span of their followers. Even more curiously, the director realized people would often drop everything to visit these micro-influencers. Pisces Daily Horoscope. February 19th to March 20th. They fought for the U.S. in Afghanistan. Now they worry about losing their green cards. When the U.S. withdrew from Afghanistan 5 years ago, thousands of Afghans who helped U.S. troops were brought here to rebuild their lives. Family throws surprise birthday party at Eagles tailgate for Vietnam vet. Protein or pickled garlic? What's new in ice cream? There's a constant battle in ice cream to come up with new flavors and to keep costs down. Self-driving trucks are officially testing on California highways. Aurora Innovation and Kodiak AI, two companies developing self-driving trucks, have received permits from the California Department of Motor Vehicles. Scheffler's Dream 61 ties course mark in Memphis. Scotty Scheffler birdied the first 5 holes and shot a 9 under 61 on Friday to take a 3-stroke lead in the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Z Entertainment wins interim relief to proceed with $330 million capital raise despite Indian regulators' market ban. India and #8217, Securities Appellate Tribunal has granted media giant Z Entertainment Enterprises Ltd. Is a hyaluronic acid lip balm the key to soft lips? Here's what experts think. Here's why everyone has one in their bags. Powerful 7.7 magnitude earthquake kills at least 38 in Indonesia. A search and rescue operation is underway to find survivors in Flores, an island in eastern Indonesia. Is the U.S. already in World War IV and losing? What if our enemies bypass weapons and tactics imagined for World War III, and instead just hit us the crippling cyber attacks of World War IV? Lamborghini unveils Revuelto SV, its most powerful production car ever. Lamborghini's Revuelto SV is a limited edition V12 hybrid with over 1,050 horsepower, a 2.4-second 0 to 100 km/h time and a $741,172 starting price. Price Joshua Kushner chides Silicon Valley VCs over AI euphoria. The AI opportunity is huge, but it would also be a grave error in our minds to let excitement weaken our investment discipline, Kushner warns in his first-ever investment letter. Ex-Nick Oakley's assault case versus MSG dismissed. A judge on Friday ruled that former Knicks all-star Charles Oakley produced no evidence to support his claim that he was assaulted by MSG security guards. I Live in VI, a social class satire from Nigeria, will dive into urban alienation and gentrification. Director Ubechukwu Azuya's project, inspired by his experience living in Lagos and its materialistically driven, very classist society, was one of the films in development showcased at Locarno Open Doors. The scrunch shoe trend is the coolest way to update your late summer wardrobe. Discover the chicest roost styles of the season. Magnitude 7.7 earthquake strikes off Indonesia's coast, killing at least 38. A powerful magnitude 7.7 earthquake struck off the coast of Indonesia early Saturday, killing at least 38 people, collapsing buildings as well as causing panic in a region prone to deadly quakes. BBC lawsuit, Channel plans to subpoena Trump family members. The BBC is seeking to subpoena 3 members of President Trump's family as it builds its defense to his $10 billion defamation lawsuit. In a Friday court filing, attorneys for the BBC argued that Trump's children, Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka Trump, as well as his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, have personal knowledge and likely have. Group including Jeff Bezos buys minority stake in Liverpool FC, with option to become controlling owner. The group that includes Jeff Bezos has an option to become the majority shareholder within the next year. Samsung has new Galaxy headphones in the works. Strings of code in Samsung's Galaxy wearable app hint at an upcoming pair of over-ear headphones that could compete with the AirPods Max, Sam Mobile reports. Samsung's reportedly referring to the headphones as the Galaxy H1, and Sam Mobile says they could launch sometime in 2027. Tua frustrated by play in Falcons' preseason loss. Falcons QB Tua Tagovailoa said he was frustrated and disappointed after Friday night's preseason loss to the Broncos, during which he played 2 series and was 3 of 5 passing for 22 yards. Frozen 3 first details, Anna and Kristoff get married, Olaf gets a girlfriend and a new villain emerges. Thanksgiving 2027 is about to get a lot colder. Disney has revealed the first details about Frozen 3, which will release in theaters November 24, 2027, following the previous 2 films and #8217, tradition of Thanksgiving-centered premiere dates. From mousses to sprays, here's everything you need to add volume to fine hair. What are the best products for adding volume to fine hair? Take your pick of expert-endorsed mousses, sprays, and mists that deliver long-lasting, lightweight hold. BBC seeks to subpoena Trump's family members in Panorama lawsuit. The BBC's lawyers argue Trump's family members have personal knowledge of his intentions in the speech he gave outside the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. DOJ refers to Air Force One threat as assassination attempt in ballroom appeal. The Justice Department described the Iranian missile threat incident that led President Trump to secretly switch planes last month as an assassination attempt in a new court filing on Friday. U.S. Solicitor General John Sauer mentioned the incident in an emergency appeal to Supreme Court asking it to overturn a lower court's block on the Disney CEO Josh D'Amaro tells CNBC parks were big surprise in last quarter. Company has clarity and stability. New CEO Josh D'Amaro has said his strategy for continued growth at Disney is centered around storytelling, intellectual property, and technology. What we know about the alleged Iranian hacks on U.S. water utilities. Over the last couple of weeks, hackers have targeted and broken into the systems of several water plants in the United States. Here's what we know and don't know about this wave of attacks allegedly carried out by the Iranian government. Dodgers encouraged as Ohtani throws off mound. Dodgers manager Dave Roberts said he felt pretty confident about Shohei Ohtani returning to the mound this season after the two-way star threw a 35-pitch bullpen session Friday. Frozen 3 royal wedding between Anna and Kristoff is crashed by new villain in First Look. Idina Menzel, Kristen Bell, Josh Gad and Jonathan Groff are back for a new entry in the hit franchise, releasing Thanksgiving 2027. The best Zara new arrivals to shop for summer 2026. Summer essentials and off-duty staples are a few of the best Zara new arrival finds we're eyeing this week. The Polygamist's creator says women see themselves reflected in her Netflix hit. Zimbabwean novelist Sue Nyathi self-funded her debut novel and now asks who can afford to write it all. Rove, Trump must stop gaslighting Americans over economy. Republican strategist Karl Rove on Friday criticized President Trump's insistence that the U.S. economy is thriving despite rising prices amid the Iran war. Trump told reporters at Joint Base Andrews on Friday that the economy was doing unbelievably from the standpoint of Wall Street. Rove told Fox News' Jillian Turner that the president should start. Electric vehicle sales targets could be cut after pressure from car makers. The government says it is considering cutting the new electric car sales target from 80% to 50% by 2030. Read it later. App Pocket shut down. Here are the best alternatives. Pocket users have until October 8, 2025, to export their saved articles and other items, including lists, archives, favorites, notes, and highlights. Vlad Jr. evaluated for concussion following collision. Six-time All-Star Vladimir Guerrero Jr. left the Toronto Blue Jays' 3-1 victory over the Yankees on Friday night and was evaluated for a concussion after colliding with New York rookie shortstop George Lombard Jr. on a chaotic play at third base. Marvel's X-Men reboot sets May 2028 release date. The long-awaited X-Men movie is finally coming to the MCU. Marvel Studios exec Kevin Feige made the official announcement that the X-Men movie will release on May 5, 2028. The best gourmand fragrances redefining sweetness. The best gourmand fragrances have evolved into sophisticated, grown-up scents. From sweet and spicy to woody, 13 gourmand perfumes to indulge in. Many Iranians are heading to Turkey to escape the ongoing war's heavy toll. Iranians visiting the city of Van, Turkey, near the Iranian border say how expensive and difficult life back home is. Senate panel launches investigation into Roblox due to safety concerns. Beacon, technology and hashtag 8202, the big story. Senate panel probes kids' safety issues in Roblox. A bipartisan pair of senators launched an investigation this week into the gaming platform Roblox, citing concerns around explicit content on the platform and its alleged connection to real-world child abuse. Copyright photo illustration by Tiago Prudencio /Sopa Images /LightRocket via. That's your briefing for today. Have a great day.